Do you love a good Dave rant? Want to see the latest Ramsey Show videos going viral? Check out your favorite moments from The Ramsey Show on YouTube. Go watch and subscribe to The Ramsey Show channel on YouTube.
Ramsey Show ending. After show beginning. Got 2 more links to put in the chat. And we'll get going here on Viernes, Spanish for Friday. Alrighty, get rid of that. Let's refresh this. Should see there's the show. 6-3, that's right. Show number 292, that's right. So we're good. And even one watching, so that's excellent. All right, I guess we know what day it is. From 2011. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. 7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, ticking on and on, everybody's rushing, gotta get down to the bus stop, gotta catch my bus, I see my friends, kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat. Gotta make my mind up, but what's it can I take? It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, partying, partying, yeah. Budgeting, budgeting, yeah. Fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Alright, gonna bring the room down just a little bit. Listen for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we do not do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of those charges, from smallest to largest. Baby, step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses, you stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself and live like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name's Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Links at the top of the chat and in the video description below. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram, add me on the gram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Alrighty, let's minimize the notes, put them over here. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know that my show is for wedding anniversaries, and I don't have any books, and yeah, I do singing enjoyment, yes, but I don't put any books out. I mean, I have a book that I was holding up during my song, but I didn't write this book, so nice job with the pasting it on every chat. All right, let's see what we got in the chat here. What up, Sid? Magical Elixir, Maddie Bags. Sid, last rent payment. Time to start doing a little thing called closing. Fun times in the bayou. Alrighty, today's Ramsey show. A new one, and as usual on Friday, Dave not there. Oh, let's move that right there. Dave not there, but with the addition of the personalities, we do get new shows mostly on Fridays. And in the big seat, George Camel, and we got a little bit of a song for him. Yeah. He used to host YouTube back in the day. KC calls him George, Camel with a K. Now George shows 3 podcasts, they don't cost a cent. A Baru Future, Entree Leadership, and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. Baby step 7, y'all. He's apparently on the cover of the new Financial Peace book. So he's come a long way since his days of hosting the YouTube coverage. All right, but that was great back in the day when the show was live on YouTube, and because we got to see him like do behind the scenes stuff, talking to Kelly and James in the control room, and also extra interviews in the lobby, and especially follow-ups with the debt-free screamers. So that was pretty cool, and that went away though with the starting to do the delayed video. His co-host, friend of the Aftershow, host of the John Deloney Show, author of Redefining Anxiety. Ooh, we call him Dr. D, as you can see, but his parents named him John Deloney. Ooh, he's got 2 PhDs, 2 more than me, plus he's got some other certs. John Deloney, never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it up, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. Ooh, he takes a call and then twirls his pen, and he says the day again. John Deloney. Ooh, this dude has got some range. Season of change is what you're going through, says John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. Ooh, I said a brilliant mind, anxiety redefined, and put in a quick read by John Deloney. Wealth and illness has to face, they didn't place, but they probably still had fun with John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. All right. And then market report. Alrighty, so down day. Dropping pretty much most of the gains from yesterday. I don't think there's like a particular reason. Like nothing that, after a strong May jobs report rattled investors already nervous about the Federal Reserve's planned pace of aggressive interest rate hikes. That's all that says. Investors have been closely monitoring economic for hints. Come on, Market Watch. Let's do English. For hints as to how it could alter the Fed's planned rate hikes this summer, as well as its balance sheet reduction effort. I'm assuming that closely monitoring economic developments, maybe. Probably just a word missing there. Oh, and so that's it. Somebody has Eric Stone as a comment. U.S. stock market has this week's losing trading week for the ninth time in 10 weeks. With the first, I don't know. This time because of the strong better than expected job reports in the Federal Reserve's plan, pace of aggressive interest rate. But that's what's just said. But the stock market will make a big comeback for next week, which can be better than losing this week. Okay? Than this losing week, I see. So today was almost sell-off trading day for the U.S. Okay, well, thank you, Eric Stone. Just some random person there. They don't necessarily know anything more than the rest of us do. All right, and so as you can see, the volatility index up. because the market went down that much. Let's see what earnings we have next week. We got Five Below, Bilibili, Neo, DocuSign, and the week after, Kroger and Adobe. Most followed single stocks on the Google, all down, led by Tesla at 9.22%. Next most down, the artist formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms Inc. at 4.06 down. And then between 1.66 and 4.06. Oh, I already said that one. And 3.86 is the rest of them. Apple, Google, owner Alphabet Inc. and the Microsoft. See what's happening on the rest of the planet. Everything down in Europe, mostly down in Asia. The dollar up against the euro, dollar up against the yen, dollar up against the British pound, love. Dollar up against the Canadian dollar, sorry. And the US dollar up against the Australian dollar, mate. Continuing the trend, like I said, that I notice quite often. It's not always, but quite often when the market is down, the dollar is up against most of the rest of the world. So, and in this case, it's a clean sweep, yo. Crypto not getting any better, continuing to go down. Let's see. I'll do that story now if I can find it. Is that it? Yeah. CNBC. Crypto firms say thousands of digital currencies will collapse. Compare market to early .com days. There are more than 19,000 cryptocurrencies in existence. Too many. So many. Too many. In existence, and dozens of blockchain platforms that exist. Several cryptocurrency industry players told CNBC that thousands of digital tokens are likely to collapse, while the number of blockchains in existence will also fall over the coming years. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of cross-border blockchain payments company Ripple, said there is likely to be scores, that means a lot, of cryptocurrencies that remain in the future. So, alrighty, and that's probably about all we need from that. And that's just, yeah, I mean, because it's just too many of them. It's just too many of them. You know, I mean, you need, maybe you needed 4 or 5, and that would be plenty. But no, there's 19,000 of them, so there you go. Where were we on crypto there? So we're all good on that. We did that part as well. This is from investing.com. Wall Street ends down with strong jobs data. I don't need this anymore. Probably talk too loud with that on anyway. And that, of course, means no more songs. At least not with music anyway. If I see something that looks similar to a song lyric, I'm going to sing. You know that. Alrighty, so it is Wall Street ends down with strong jobs data, keeping the pressure on for rate hikes. And so, I mean, they said they're going to raise them up. So, I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody if that happens, but they will make, the Wall Street traders will make anything a reason to do anything. So if it's good news or bad news, it can go down, as was the case today. So this is from Fox Business. 3 things to consider when searching for a high yield savings account. Let's see what they are. There's some market indices. Don't. I was going to autoplay. Market indices, which is plural for index. You can also use indexes though. But those are some graphics for that right there. people that like graphics. Let's see. Uncertainty in the global markets and rising inflation. Experts recommend having access to about 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a liquid emergency fund that will provide the cushion should you encounter a setback like a job layoff, sudden car repair, or a medical emergency. And this, of course, is right from the baby steps. So to stretch your savings, it's worth the time, effort, and research to find a high-yield savings account. And the key on this, I'm going to just sites like bankrate.com, make it simple to compare rates. That's where I would recommend you go to if you want to do that. The key, though, is up here where it says liquid hot magma. Liquid emergency fund, and that means you have immediate access, not like we saw, I believe it was on the Reddit, on the Dave Ramsey subreddit, where somebody wrote in that they had their money in a money market account, and the one that they had it in, it was going to take about a week to transfer the money, and so that's no good. You got to have check writing privileges on that, or a debit card that you can use so you have immediate access to that emergency fund money. But yeah, check Bankrate, and then you gotta find out all the fine print. The fine print. Out supporting. I support it because I say CNBC every single time I haven't read an article about it. This is from the Make It segment. Over 20% of 401k plan funds are lost or forgotten. Here's how to reclaim yours. If you're one of the many workers who have quit their jobs at a record-setting pay rate during the pandemic, you may have forgotten your 401k plan along the way. When you quit a job, you can either leave your 401k with your old employer, cash it out, roll it over to an individual retirement account, or merge it with your new company's 401k plan. Often workers want to leave their old employer's plan behind when they switch jobs. Over time, they can be forgotten or even lost. As of the end of 2021, there were nearly 25 million forgotten 401k accounts, worth about 20% of all 401k assets in the US, and that's a lot, according to estimates by Capitalize, a financial service company that specializes in the 401s, as John Deloney calls them. Doesn't need the K on there. He's too hip for the K, just like I'm too hip for the N in my first name. Since these funds typically remain invested, they can add up to a lot of money. The average forgotten 401k account balance is $55,400, according to Capitalize analysis. Plus, you're likely paying unnecessary administration fees to keep those additional 401k accounts open, which is why consolidating 401k plans can be a smart move. To avoid missing out on these funds, you'll want to make sure you track down all of your plans. So how you find it, simplest way is to contact your previous employer's human resources department and ask if you still have one there. Or if you have old statements, they should include your plan's account number, as well as the plan administrator's contact information. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Where is the... Oh, I thought there was going to be some other... Oh, the how to find it is the only one. Oh, this is the name of the... Yeah, how to reclaim it. Yeah. Okay, and then once you do that... Boom, 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 boom. You can use free ERISA to track it down if you think your employer rolled over your 401k into an IRA, like without telling you, or like you didn't keep track of it after that, and you can get it from that. If you're still not having luck, the Department of Labor's Abandoned Plan Database Fund might offer some updated information on plans that have been or about to be discontinued. Once you locate your plan, you can stick with what you have or ask the plan's administrator for a direct rollover to your new employer's plan. You can cash it out too, but you'll face income taxes on those funds, as well as a 10% withdrawal penalty if you are younger than 59.5 years old. Alright, this is from dailybeast.com. Oil execs cash out like crazy while gas prices soak Americans. Optics of the C-suite sell-off aren't great, given the pain at the pump of the average consumer. That's not the problem. Gas prices have skyrocketed to record highs, forcing some families to choose between filling their tank and putting food on the table. But for the oil execs whose stock holdings have soared, these are happy days. These days are on. Didn't have enough breath to do that. These days are on. Dude, happy day. Okay. And some of them are cashing in their shares at unusually high rates. Among 4 senior executives at publicly traded PBF Energy, for instance, including the chief. I don't know. This used to be at 125. Let's do 150 even. Used to be magnified, but they haven't been recently. Maybe it was a Chrome update that did that. I don't know. Anyway, including the chief financial officer and general counsel, none had previously sold their portions of the oil's company shares except to satisfy taxes or the cost of exercising their stock. According to public filings, the last 3 months, they have collectively dumped more than $9 million. So the optics of the sell-off aren't great. Doesn't matter what the optics are. Doesn't matter. They still get to keep their job. So just got to deal with it. When gas gets more expensive, just got to deal. When groceries get more expensive, just got to deal. Buy less expensive food. That's what you got to do. Got to cut budget in other areas. And to get just enough gas to drive back and forth to work. Let's see. Dow falls as Apple crumbles. Tesla stock plunges. Oh, well, yeah, we already did like a sum up of what happened with the market today. After new data from the Labor Department showed the U.S. economy added 390,000 jobs in May. This exceeded the 325,000 estimate. So you would think that would be good, but apparently not. Here's a nice graphic. A graphic of a graph. All right, this is from MarketWatch again, marketwatch.com. Investors may be in the furthest root surprise. History shows inflation can take years to return to normal, even when Fed hikes above 10%. Let's see. There are aspects of the historical pattern that are very relevant, namely that inflation took a number of years to develop, kept growing, receded, then came back, and was hard to get rid of, says Mace McCain. That sounds made up, of Frost Investment Advisors. Let's see when that history was. In pointing to a period between 1974 and 1988 as the most comparable time in which the annual headline U.S. Consumer Price Index was rising at a pace similar to the U.S.'s Pandy era of 2019 to 2022. In 1980, with the Fed's main policy rate target already above 10% for most of that year, the annual headlining CPI, also in double digits, still did not fall back below 3% after 36 months, even on the back of unprecedented rate hikes by Fed Chairman Paul Volcker. This was also the case during the pre-Volcker years, when the Fed was led by Arthur Burns and G. William Miller. In July 1973, when the annual CPI rate was hovering near 6%, but poised to keep climbing, a Burns-led Fed pushed the Fed funds rate above 10%. FactSet data shows policymakers brought interest rates down to 9% for 6 months, then pushed them back up again to 10% or higher through mid-1974. but the CPI rate didn't fall back below 6% until the second half of 1976. And so, didn't it say, oh, can take years? Okay, so yeah, it may take a couple years. Looks like these are, like at most, it looks like this is 3 years before it chills out in the historical data. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Fortunately, Milka, it will be forever on YouTube. I don't know where they get all their storage space for everybody and their brothers and sisters and cousins streams all the time and videos that are uploaded, but apparently they got room for them somewhere. So it will be up until they start trimming out videos. So that will be up for you. Polsky is definitely buying more Apple stock as it keeps dropping. And of course, the Dave Ramsey advice is no single stocks. I do have a bunch of percentage of Apple in a mutual fund. But Dave recommends no single stocks. Let's see. I already did this one. The crypto firms say thousands of currencies will collapse. Okay, so on to the Reddit. What time is it? 6:34 in the PM Eastern Time. All right. Nothing from today, really? Let's try that again. New? Okay, I guess not. That's from Rudd504. Anyone else grow up poor and can't shake that mindset? That happens. A lot of times, like when that happens, like people won't spend money on anything ever, and so I normally just call them depression babies and let it go there. Let's say, grew up really poor. I'm in baby step 6. My home will be paid off by the end of the year. I will be then contributing approximately $60,000 a year to savings and investments. I make 6 figures in salary and benefits per year, each year. I'll also have a military pension at $59.5. My net worth is closer to $1 million than it is to 0. I just can never shake the feeling that it can all fall apart at any minute, and I need to continue to save and keep a certain level of frugality and paranoia, or I could end up homeless and starving. Yeah, that's too worried about it. Maybe turn off the news if you're a constant news watching person. My girlfriend says that I'm in a good position and you can relax. She's right. I mean, you still have to be. Put your do your budget and be intentional with your money. But you can relax some. You can even spend some money. I mean, assuming if you're in baby step 6, that means you have no debt. And that means you're already investing, so yeah. Makes sense, but I just can never seem to do it. Has anyone else been in a similar situation where you were ever able to make the switch mentally to where you feel safe? There's been plenty of calls on the Ramsey Show about this where they just can't. They just you get used to it, especially if you're doing the baby steps. On baby step 2, you're not supposed to buy anything ever. Just necessities and not toys. You're supposed to get that debt paid off. Then after that, you're supposed to do the emergency fund. Once you get the emergency fund done and are in step 4, you start investing that 15% of gross income. And then at that point, you can start having a little fun with your money too. People find it hard to make that switch sometime. And so you may need to, talk about it if it's that bad. Hopefully maybe your girlfriend can get you to chill out a little bit. That can help. But if not, maybe a pastor or a counselor could also help. But yeah, that does happen all the time. And people in the chat always say that they're flexing because they're in good shape, but they actually have a serious mental problem when you're fine financially, theoretically, and you should be able to have fun with some of your money, and that's what that's part of the Ramsey plan, is that you do, once you get to step 4. And then definitely in step 7, once you get that home paid off, you could spend like half of that mortgage, or even all of that mortgage probably, on just fun stuff. So definitely gotta work on that. But yeah, I get calls like that all the time where people just can't turn off that gazelle stuff. Boom, 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 boom. For some people, Reddit may be therapy. Let's see. Missy Ann 1. Baby step 2, flare. Question for those in baby steps 4, 5, 6. About to finish baby step 2 and into 3. Yay. Am I supposed to take gazelle intense, or am I allowed to have a little fun yet? I figure it's going to take me a little over a year for step 3. You can have a finished baby step 2. You can spend a little bit of money. You don't want to go crazy, but you can have a finished baby step 2 party, or something like that, or maybe take a very small trip. You don't want to go crazy though. You do want to stay gazelle into until baby step 3 is done. The full emergency fund is done, but you can have a little bit of quote-unquote fun, as you say. And so, yeah, and definitely start to do that so you don't get in the mindset that you can't do that, like the previous question. Was that 1 day ago? Why is that there? If it's by new, and that's 1 day ago, that's weird. Sorted by new. Alright, so let's see. This is from W. Connor 9. Remember to take some of Dave's real estate advice with a grain of salt. This is going to be somebody that probably doesn't have as much real estate experience as Dave and wants to weigh in on it. Let's just take a look. Just see what their dealio is. May not necessarily be a hater, you never know. May just think he knows best and better than Dave. As housing prices have shot up over the past couple of years, I have heard. Oh, it's not heard. Something about the industry. It's heard more and more callers asking if they should wait for home prices to come back to reality before buying. Dave Ramsey's advice is that people can wait a little bit until the insanity of bids that are $100K over asking cools off, but he is adamant that prices are not coming back down, I'm assuming, and that people should expect home prices to stay pretty close to where they are. Yeah, that's what he says. One thing I'd like to mention, Dave Ramsey is a real estate investor. He owns over $100 million in real estate. If he encouraged people to wait until prices came back, it would significantly lower demand and prices could even fall more. He's not doing his prediction of what's going to happen based on his own held real estate so that it's more in demand. Stupid. That's stupid. As all that to say, Dave Ramsey has forgotten more about real estate than I will ever know. And prices may never drop $1, but he could be negatively impacted by saying prices may come down in the future. Dog, I don't know about that. I also think 100 million might be really low on that amount. So, all right. I mean, he admits that Dave is more of an expert than him, but he just wanted to let us know his opinion on it. All right. And so, I mean, so far it seems to be that he's right. And the prices aren't going to come down until there's more inventory. Anyway, again, they may stop being crazy with the people overbidding for it and the bidding wars and such. All that may go away, but the prices are probably going to be the prices. He's probably right. All right. Polsky says Dave Ramsey probably doesn't care about the value of his real estate since he's never selling, so it doesn't matter much. Most likely, yeah. I don't think he does sell much because he only buys stuff that's a great deal. He says, and that's not like the average real estate investor does. Especially like right now, you buy in this market, you most likely aren't getting a great deal. And he only buys great deals. Let's see, 28 years old, $59K in credit card debt. I'm currently $59,813 in credit card debt, spread out over 10 to 12 credit cards. 10 to 12 credit cards. All right. All accounts, you don't put apostrophe to make an account plural. No apostrophe needed, dog. Have been closed. This is from Premium Garbage 777. One account, Chase, is currently suing my over. Okay, suing me over, I guess, something. I really want to take care of this debt so I can start working towards buying a home and or rental property. Credit card debt, $59K. If it's on 10 to 12 credit cards, the accounts can't be closed until they are paid off. Now, if they discharged it or they sold it to a collector, then they could close the account because they're out of it at that point, and then it's all with collectors. But all right, $59K annual income, $26,400 monthly expenses, $1,374, no assets. So that's what, $22,000. That's $700 a month you have to throw at it. Work more. Cut that $1,374. Cut that out down by whatever is not necessary to live. So that's no streaming services. That's no expensive food. That's definitely no restaurants. That's and also working more. There's work. Usually 28 years old, should be able to handle a lot of work. Work 80 hours a week or more if you can. If you got anything that's worth anything, said no assets. If you got an expensive car, sell it and go down in car. But yeah, you're gonna have to get some money to pay that off from somewhere. So there's no magic on this plan, unfortunately. You do have to work for it. You do have to sacrifice for it. And most likely both. Work more and also cut stuff from your budget. Let's see, posted by final_character 4678. And do I alter the debt snowball method since I receive a car allowance? Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. You don't alter the debt snowball method in any way for that reason. Or any other reason. The only other reason you wouldn't alter it at all, you would just pause the baby steps if you had a medical emergency, or if you had some kind of life or job drama that was affecting your income. Well, let's see what we have here. Per the debt snowball method, my car loan should be the next thing I pay off. However, I use my car for work and receive a monthly car allowance from my employer. Part of the agreement is that my vehicle can't be more than 5 years old, and it must be a mid-size SUV or truck that seats at least 4 adults. In other words, no beaters allowed, right? If I paid off my vehicle today, I'll still have to buy another one in 2024. So is it logical to skip this loan in the snowball pecking order as long as I'm receiving the allowance to cover the payment? Or is there another option I'm not seeing? Yeah, by not working there, by not having something that you have to have a loan in order to work here. You know, I mean, a lot of people that have those jobs aren't going to quit because of that reason. And so you just, you know, if you decide that, you just won't be doing the baby steps. You just can't follow Dave's advice. And so that'll be choice you have to make. But again, having a loan, requiring you to have a loan, and they're not really requiring you to have a loan. They're requiring you to have a vehicle that can't be more than 5 years old and a specific car type. They should, if you're really important there, tell them to buy you a new car every time they want you to have a car. If you're not that important, I might look for a job elsewhere. Maybe you can even make more money elsewhere. So, but if you're gonna stay there, you know, you just make that decision, and you're not gonna follow his advice. That's all. So, and a lot of people come in contact with his advice and decide not to take it. And as he says to the people when they aren't going to do that, he said, that's okay, we'll still be friends. So, happy exit 7. He's even had friends that have financed a vehicle or leased a vehicle and then ask him to come over to look at it. And so, and they know who he is. They know he's Dave Ramsey. And they know his feelings on that, on not paying cash for a car. And so, but they still invite him over, and he goes and says, yeah, that's cool. And that's about it. Let's see. Happy exit 7. S&P year to date. Why does date quote the S&P year to date is only -7 when it's more like -13? I enjoy Dave's advice, and I am working the steps, so I'm not anti-Dave Ramsey. Wonder if I'm looking at the numbers wrong. We're in a bear market, and I'm sure he's just trying to keep people calm, but he shouldn't lie to people. Am I wrong? I don't know that I don't remember him saying that. As a matter of fact, the other day, he did say, like, that it was 20 or something like that. Pretty sure he said that. Let's see. S&P 500 year to date is 14.34% down. Okay, and let's see. The last 6 months, which would that would be about the same then, a little bit less. 10.57% down. The last month, it's only 4.46% down. So. But the year to date, it says S&P 500 is 14.34% down. So it depends on when you heard that also, and if he actually said that. Like I said, I don't know that he actually said 7% down. So don't know. But so the 13% down on the S&P is, and also he might not have specifically said the S&P. Again, I don't know when. I don't remember hearing the just 7%. So let's see what people think of it. I think I've been wrong all along, and year to date does mean January 1 to today. Okay, the video I watched said for the year. Could be interpreted as year to date when he really meant last 12 months. Okay, and so what's that then? 1 year. Down 2.87. Yeah, so yeah, if he said for the year, could have meant for the past year. So, and as you can see, that's 2.87. So, and that probably has helped a lot. So it could have been 7%. Right there when it was down there, and now that 7% has turned into 2-something%. So, all right, cool. Mystery solved. Promoted. Let's swim on up a 2024. Baby step 3B, and the 3B is one of the missing baby steps. It's not on the list of baby steps. And that is saving a down payment for a house. I'm on baby step 3B, and I'm looking to buy a house in 3 to 4 years. I have a set amount goal for purchase of a house of about 160, 180K. What are some of the fees associated with buying a house, as I will be a first-time home buyer? And really, how much should I have saved? BB, probably 2B, able to completely cash flow this purchase outside of my emergency fund? Well, you're going to want at least a 10% down payment if you're a first-time home buyer. At minimum of 10%, you are going to have to pay PMI every month. That's private mortgage insurance, and that's insurance for the lender. And if you don't pay, it's not insurance for you. Fees associated, there's closing costs and such, and you can just save that up on top of your at least 10%. But so it has to be 20% in order to avoid the PMI. But Dave is fine with you doing 10%. So, but the idea is to put down that 10% and then start paying on it. And you do 4, 5, and 6 at the same time. That's investing. 15% of gross income. Kid college, you start working on that. Which if you have little children or just born, it can be just a few dollars a month at first. Or if you don't have kids, you just skip that, and all the rest of your money, your snowball money that was previously going to your step 3B, to your down payment, then all that can be extra on the house. And then before you know it, you'll be 80% loan to value, and you'll have 20% equity, and then you can ask the bank to get rid of that PMI. But as far as the closing costs, just find out how much closing costs are going to be. Ask your realtor. And you can save up that much in addition to your 10% or your 20% some people do shoot for the 20%, even first-time buyers. Back to previous questions. It says Dave doesn't really buy to flip, he buys to rent. True. If you're buying to flip, then you need different search criteria. Yeah. Polsky says managing 12 credit cards sounds like a headache on its own. Yeah, obviously it does, and that's why they're all behind. And of course, that was like what? That was twice his annual income, over twice his annual income that they insisted on giving him credit for. So who knew that was going to be a problem, right? And we did this one yesterday, setting myself up like I should have in the beginning. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't know, Sid, I was going to do the darn. That's the end, at the end again today. I think I'll probably start doing that. I will maybe play some more Uncharted tonight. I did the first playthrough, the first stream. Played for what, where does it say it on there? Almost 2 hours, and got up to the start of chapter 5 on this. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. A little bit of a letdown because I've been playing my favorite game and I finished that, The Last of Us 2. But this is made by the same company, Naughty Dog, and it's still a pretty good game. It's just not the best Uncharted game. I think that's The Lost Legacy, which doesn't even have Nathan Drake in it. But I will probably play some of that tonight. Still probably at some point this weekend watch the 3rd episode of Obi-Wan and more Stranger Things. My son and I will watch. We watched 2 episodes, I think, so we got some more to go on that. Upcoming streams, though. Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming. And as I say, I do a bunch of bonus Old Man Video Gamings. Basically, whenever I want to play a video game, I just go ahead and stream it. Because why not, right? So there's a bunch of other ones. Curse of Oak Island, it will not be back on until November, but if there's a companion show like during the summer or something with an update, I will recap that as well. This show, Ramsey Show, Aftershow show, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The Ramsey Show Aftershow show. And the Ramsey Show is 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And so I start right after it's over. And I do that even when it's a replay. The Ramsey Show is a replay, just like it was on Memorial Day, last Monday. Also, Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I do a show called Tech Support with Coach Steve Money, and that's where I do exactly the same thing that I did on the Dave Ramsey subreddit. I answer questions on the Tech Support subreddit using my 25 plus years of being a PC tech. All right, and plugs, once again, to reintroduce myself, I'm Steve Simpson, also known as Coach Steve Money. And if you've got money problems or just want to make sure you're on the right track, you are in luck, because I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation at the links at the top of the chat and in the video description below and on the right side of my YouTube banner. And that will take you to this link. You click on financial coaching. It'll give you a calendar. You can change the month. You can select a date, like August 14th, and pick the time you want, and Calendly will email me and let me know when you would like that appointment, and I will email you back and let you know what information I need to accurately financially assess you. And there is a free consultation. There is absolutely no strings to that at all. So, and after that free consultation, you don't ever have to contact me ever again if you don't want to. PayPal is for donations. It's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. What else do we have? Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And up at the top of the webcam frame and in the video description is my email address, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. And you can ask me if you have any questions. You can email me and ask me if you have any questions about the financial stuff, about the scheduling, about Oak Island, about the Ramsey stuff in general, about video gaming or computer stuff, or the songs that I've written, especially if you would like to sing any or more than one of these songs. You can pre-record it and send it to me, or we can do it live. That can be worked out. We have that kind of technology. Alrighty, hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Make smart financial decisions every day.